Hi, this is Vivian. Today I'll be presenting my article review titled Perceived Leadership Transition and its Impact on Organizational Culture and Employee Performance. This review is based on 20 scholarly articles published between 2020 and 2024. It explores how leadership changes affect employees' emotion, motivation, performance, and how organizations adapt culturally during this transition. I've organized my review into three main themes that reflect the different ways of leadership transition shapes employees and organizational outcome. Leadership transition aren't just management events. They are psychological processes that influence people's sense of stability and belonging. When handled it well, leadership change can inspire innovation and renewed motivation. But if it is mishandled, it can be lead to uncertainty, resistance, and decrease of performance. That's why understanding both the organizational and psychological aspect of leadership transition is so important. The first theme focuses on how leadership transitions affect employees' performance. Studies like Ingitas and colleagues found that employees perform better when a new leaders communicate clearly and build trust. Transformational leadership, which emphasizes vision, support, and motivation, consistently leads to higher productivity and teamwork. However, when transitions happen suddenly or communication breaks down, performance tends to suffer. Most of these studies were quantitative and cross-sectional, so we still need longitudinal data to confirm cause and effect. The second theme examines how leadership transitions affect organizational culture. Researchers like Kaur and Abawari showed that cultural alignment is key. When the new leader's value matches existing norm, change is smoother. But when there is a clash between leadership style and established culture, employees tend to resist. Inclusive and humble leadership styles were found to help teams adapt better, especially in times of uncertainty. Again, most studies focused on short term reactions, with fewer tracking long term cultural evolution. The third theme focuses on successor leadership and employee morale. Studies consistently show that when succession planning is transparent and inclusive, employees feel more secure and motivated. For instance, Maroga and colleagues found that clear communication reduces turnover intention, while secrecy and favoritism leads to stress and low morale. Leadership transition affect not just performance but also the emotional climate of the workplace. These findings remind us that effective leadership change is both strategic and psychological. When we compare all 20 studies, a clear message emerges. Leadership transition can be both a risk and an opportunity. Organizational culture acts as a key bridge between leadership change and performance outcome. Employee perception, how they interpret the new leadership, ultimately determines success. Recent research shows a growing trend towards integrating psychological framework, but still we are lack of long-term and cross-cultural evidence. In conclusion, leadership transition is not just about replacing a leader. It's about managing change at a psychological, cultural, and organizational level. Effective leadership transition requires transparency, empathy, and strategic communication. Transformational and participative leadership style tend to produce the best outcome because they build trust and encourage involvement. For the future, researchers should focus on long term studies and explore how cultural differences influence perception of leadership change. In a simpler term, when a new leader steps in the way that they communicate, respect the organizational culture, and engage their team really determines the outcome, whether people feel motivated or disconnected. That pretty much sums up the key message of my report, and the full list of references can be found in my written submission. Thank you.